Well, what a great win. Found a way to win the series in 2 games. Very proud of our guys. Unbelievable start by Nick Hoffman. Just his poise and composure in this moment. We didn't help him in the first inning. We kicked 2 balls with 2 outs, and but he just kept doing what he does, which is just pound the strike zone, and he gave us a chance going 5 deep. I thought our bullpen again did an outstanding job. Owen, Chuck, Dill, Rocco Reed. It was great to get 2 true freshmen in there, and Dill and Reed, in this environment, and they certainly passed the test and threw the ball very well. And then we just used our plate discipline to score runs. Quite honestly, we didn't hit the ball. I know we scored 10 runs, but we didn't hit the ball particularly hard a lot. But we took advantage of some 390s. We had some opportunities to score from third with less than 2 outs, and we did that. Chad Ferry kind of broke it open for us and got us going there. I believe it was in the 4th inning with the big hit that scored a couple runs. But all in all, we just did a good job of taking our walks and getting on base. And again, our pitching staff did an outstanding job, and it was a great win in front of a great crowd today.
Coach, you mentioned that crowd. Just how much sweeter is it, rivalry night in front of all that fan base to be able to get the win?
Yeah, we had a great, Clemson group here. I don't know. We always talk about, what the percentage of the crowd is in a rivalry series in the neutral game. Looked like there was a lot of orange and purple in the stands. Our fan base came to support us here today, which was great to see, and just really proud of our guys. You could see the amount of purple and orange in the stands after the game, there to celebrate this win with our guys. So that's always a special moment. Those are things you'll always remember. So really appreciate not only playing in front of a great crowd here in Columbia, but we had the purple and orange in the stands today and won it for them.
Coach, going for the sweep tomorrow in Clemson, how big is it that you're able to save your bullpen? You haven't used Gilbert at all, didn't have to use Edmo or Lindley tonight at all. Cannons too.
Yeah, we feel like we've got plenty of options out of bullpen. We need Nick Clayton to give us a good start. Hopefully Nick, being with him pitching at home, we felt like him having that comfort zone of pitching at home was a good thing for Nick. And hopefully he can give us a good start. But we do have plenty of bullpen options available. And we're very excited to be able to, to win the series in 2 games, but to be able to go back home and try to take care of business.
In that 4th inning, when they pulled Hall and they went to Austin, what advice did you have for your hitters? Did you kind of tell them, just be patient? Did you have some sense that he might be a little bit wild up there?
Well, one thing that you could tell right away was he wasn't going to throw the fastball very much. So, the key for us, he didn't really have an overpowered fastball. We knew. And if you watched Hall pitch and how they pitched Hall, we knew how they would pitch Kate Austin to a degree. We just knew that it was going to throw a lot of all-speed, a lot of breaking balls, a lot of change-ups. We just needed to do a good job of laying off of all-speed pitches down in the zone. When we got a pitch up in the zone, hammer it. And I thought we did a good job of taking some all-speed stuff down in the zone against Austin, after they took Hall out of the game.
Coach Wag.
Going into the season, you guys kept talking about how you wanted to put last season behind you. How much easier is it to do that with the 10-run start?
Well, we're off to a great start. Again, could we ask for a better start? I don't think so. But we know we got a long way to go. We got a lot of baseball to play. We got a game tomorrow. The big thing for us is just respecting the game. It's just playing the game the right way. Understanding now, biggest challenge for us is we've already won the series. So now we need to go in tomorrow, and can we play a complete game of baseball? We made some mistakes tonight. Can we play a complete game of baseball at home tomorrow and continue to get better and better? That's been our big message for our guys, is we want to get better as the season goes on. Yes, we're off to a great start. Last year's last year. I'm done talking about last year. I've talked about it enough. This group of guys really competes, and they compete together. They're very selfless. Everybody does their job. I think that they have bought in about as good as I could ask them to, but we also understand it's only 10 games into the season. We got a long way to go, and we want to get better as the season progresses.
One thing about last year, you lost the first 2 in the series, and then you had a long time to think about it because of the rainout. But you know what it's like to be 0-2 and get your team ready to come back and win that last game. So you know what South Carolina is thinking about regarding tomorrow.
Yeah, they're going to want to come into tomorrow in our ballpark and get their team going. I know I've been in that seat. I know exactly how Coach Kingston feels right now. And after you lose a couple games, look, your job as a head coach is to try to keep your guys upbeat and try to get them going in the right direction. So, look, they're going to come up there and they're going to compete as hard as they can. They're going to be dangerous tomorrow. They have nothing to lose. They've lost the series. They'll be loose. They'll be aggressive. They'll be ready to go. And our guys need to, not only enjoy, we will enjoy this on the way home tonight, but when it comes time to play tomorrow, we need to be focused. We need to understand that we're playing in our home ballpark in front of our crowd. We need to play our best baseball game of the weekend in front of our crowd tomorrow.
Coach, you had Caden Grice up in the bullpen warming up before the 8th. Did you, after you scored a couple more runs, you decided just to hold him?
Yeah, I mean, it was actually, we went back and forth as to whether we were going to go with Rocco there or we were going to go with Caden. It really kind of depended on the score of the game at that time. Once we, tacked on a couple more runs there at the end with the 8-run lead, we wanted to go to the freshman Rocco and get him in the game. Had the game been a little bit closer, we might have leaned towards going to Caden. The great thing is we got Caden available tomorrow, and we can use him out of the pen at the end of the game if needed. Well, look, I mean, you're not going to win a lot of baseball games if you don't pitch, and it's really that simple. This game hadn't changed in over 100 years. I mean, if you pitch and play good defense, you're going to win a lot of games because you're not going to beat yourself. This game typically boils down to who beats themselves, and you beat yourself when you don't throw strikes, and we throw strikes. That's one of the things that we hang our hat on. And you look at us do 10 games so far. We've done an outstanding job of pounding the strike zone and playing good defense behind our pitching staff, and that's been a recipe for success for us up to this point. Hopefully it continues.
Coach, Wagner had a rough one yesterday, over 5 Ks. How good was it to see him bounce back again?
Yeah, I mean, he's a resilient kid. He's a very even-keel kid. Had a tough day at the plate yesterday, but he had a great day at the plate today, and he plays phenomenal defense at third base, so it's good to see him do that. It was great to see Chad Perry have a couple good at-bats today as well.